Ladies and gentlemen,
My name is Jose Castillo,
I am Iftikhar.
and welcome to our summer documentary. The most memorable thing that happened in this summer is that I was part of the Community Action Project, and DR was in a program called Global Glimpse, and I got to meet like the community and work with them and helping them restore like a park, and it was a fun experience because I learned a lot from it.
This summer I was working as an intern at Wave Hill. I was working with a group and we are doing beautification and ecological restoration of woodland of Wave Hill. The most memorable moment would be when we finished the trail along the meadow. We were working for days to make this new trail, and since the meadow is in the sunny area, it was very difficult for us to work on it. So when we finished the work, I was very proud of it.
I learned that I need to decide whether to be a hero or a leader, because a hero does incredible things but by himself, even though it's for the sake of others. But a leader does also the same incredible things but with other people, and it's still for the sake of everyone else besides him. So if I need to decide which I want to be, because if I don't have like an ambition or a mindset of how I want to take things, then I can never achieve anything.
Working as an intern for the first time ever was a great experience for me. I learned a lot of things about myself. I learned that I work faster and better if I work as a team. I also learned that I'm actually a nature lover. I like to do ecological restoration, and I do care about the nature. And I also learned that although many goals seem pretty difficult to me at first, I can accomplish them only if I try harder and only if I am willing to do whatever it takes to achieve them.
Ecological restoration is important because plants can defend themselves. For example, a vine will go around a tree and choke it to death, and the tree can't do anything about it. And that's why invasive species are very problematic, because they can outcompete native species to a point where only there's invasive species left. And after that, invasive species will just compete with each other. And at that point, there's no win-win situation.
Human has been unkind to nature for years. At this moment, we need to realize that we cannot just let the ecosystem collapse. We cannot let our keystone species vanish from the ecosystem. We need to do something about it. At this moment, many of us think that we are far behind from saving the ecosystem. All we can do is slowing it down. To do so, we need to do ecological restoration. Ecological restoration will prevent further demolition of ecology and remove invasives so that the native species can dominate the ecosystem.
What people can do is be part of the change rather than just a witness. As in, be part of activist meetings, activist groups, or like any actions that they're doing to support their cause, or any political action. For me, it would be ecological restoration. And not just like their videos or like their posts. Just like hands-on, be part of the change that this world needs.
I understand. Restoration work is not the easiest task one would like to do, but you have to remember, we need to take care of the ecosystem. We cannot just let it down. So, if one cannot participate in restoration work, at least they can do is to increase social awareness about restoration ecology. Again, social media could be used as an useful weapon to encourage and involve people in restoration ecology. It also can be used to increase social awareness about ecological restoration.
Of invasive species, a definition that had been previously reserved only to plants. So that opened the door for us to have a way to combat these aquatic species. And in so doing, the Congress gave the Army Corps the authority to do the research to eradicate invasive species like Asian carp and zebra mussels and so many hundreds of others that are causing so much damaging to sport in commercial fishing, to shipping, to navigation, to harbor maintenance. The Aquatic Nuisance Control Program is supposed to be leading the way with cutting-edge research, and it's doing a good job. But the fact is it's terribly underfunded, leaving little resources to address the influx of the aquatic species. As a result, the aquatic invasives like zebra mussels have infested more than 130 lakes in my own state and thousands of lakes across the country.
Invasive species are harmful to an ecosystem because it's a system of how an environment works. But when that system is disturbed by unwanted guests, it causes an issue to its ecosystem. That's why we need to support programs that fight invasive species, because all ecosystems correlate with one another. For example, people rely on the Great Lakes for a water source, but when the Asian carps and mussels are disturbing its ecosystem, it could lead to an economical collapse and disturb our ecosystem as well. That's why we are part of the Forest Project, fighting invasive species from disturbing the woodland of Wave Hill. We're restoring and preserving the beauty of Wave Hill, working either in a bright day or stormy weather, being hands-on and helping ecological restoration.